Agent Albatross here again with the Cypher Unlimited crew -1. No Dean tonight, but we do have Spigs 18 or Anthony and a very special guest. So, Anthony, why are we here today?
We're here today because we have not only a great friend of the channel, a great person, and Andrew Marlowe from Marlowe House Games. We've interviewed him before. If you don't haven't seen that episode, but we're here more importantly to talk about IsolaCon. Is that pronounced correctly, Andrew?
That is pronounced correctly.
IsolaCon is a charity con that you and Monica, your better half, Monica Marlowe, if anyone doesn't know, organized and were kind enough to invite us on, so we're super psyched for it. So can you let our audience know what a SolarCon exactly is?
All right, so the correct answer to this question is it's a mistake with a good heart. No, I'm kidding. So the reason I call it a mistake is that I didn't expect it to blow up as big as it has, quite as quickly as it has. And I'm just lucky I have the team, which includes you guys, around me, helping me hold all this together, because I would be insane already. This is a convention that we are doing to benefit the RCRF, or the RPG Creators Relief Fund. They reach out and help game creators, and by that we mean anybody who's an artist on games, a writer of games, an editor of games, anybody who is anywhere in that chain of creatives who bring us RPGs, they help. And right now, with this pandemic, the entire RPG industry is in sort of like this spiral into the unknown. We don't know whether distribution's going to kick back up. We don't know how that's going to work. We don't know, a lot of things are out there in limbo. And as long as things are in limbo, a lot of the freelancers may not get the freelance assignments that they were expecting to get. Convention season is pretty much torpedoed for the foreseeable future. And that's where a ton of the artists and writers depend on to make money, to make contacts, to sell their product. And this is devastating. I mean, we're likely to miss Origins. I live here in Ohio, and I know our governor has been, to our benefit, has been very serious about social distancing, isolation, closing things down that are not essential, which means things like Origins, not likely to happen. I don't think they've canceled yet officially, but if it were to go off, I would be stunned, absolutely stunned. So we wanted to get on this as quickly as possible. And so we started planning for a 3-week turnaround for like a stream event. We would get all these streamers together and we would stream. And I had this wild hair of an idea of what if we did it over 2 days and we stretched it out really far. Well, as people started responding to it in early emails and things, they started volunteering to run tables for people to play. And it quickly bloomed into more of a convention feel. So that's where it ended up getting its name. It gets its name from Isolation Convention, and it's just blossomed. Now, our plan is to not collect any money for the charity. Personally, our goal is to run this like a 1980s telethon for the most part.
I mean, that's
I was going to say so our GMs will direct people to the charity link. Our hosts on the various streams will direct people to the charity link. We'll probably put them right in the chat on stream, and we will ask people to make donations periodically. We don't have any way to police it. We don't want to police it. A lot of the gamers out there can't afford, because they're in the same kind of boat that the designers are in. A lot of people are out of work. So this is sort of a double charity. It's us giving people who are trapped indoors an outlet for social contact. And it is a way for those people who are in a position where they can afford to give money, where they can give money to help the people who make the games they love.
Yeah, it's definitely an awesome avenue to take it down. Online convention versus, just a stream charity. Because like you said, at this point in time, so many things are uncertain as far as like gaming conventions go. Like, who knows when we'll be able to go out there and have a big old grand time with one another. So these online conventions popping up here and there, they're definitely necessary at a time like this. And
Sorry,
No,
I was
no,
gonna say I agree. I don't mean to talk over you.
It is so biggie, but yeah, it's definitely an awesome thing you guys are doing here, especially with the charity route. Is that we're not the ones making money here. It's all going to go towards helping people in need. These developers,
Right.
these designers who are hurting because of all this, Corona stuff. It's
Right,
definitely
and that was important to me, that everybody be aware of the fact that we are not collecting money. We're not a fly-by-night group that's going to skim off a bunch of money from the top of this charity and then pass on dribbles. We're going to direct you directly to the source so that you can make donations right there. There are a couple of events that we're going to ask people, if they want to participate, to provide proof of donation. So that there's limited events, and I'm at this point, I believe there are only 2 on the books that are actually going to be pay to play. They're going to be, please provide proof of donation, and by and large, it'll probably be some amount of faith on our part that people have made the donations that they say they have. I am working with the charity to hopefully figure out a way to get that proof of donation, so that they can show that to us. But we haven't got all the kinks worked out yet. This is something that I don't think anybody's ever tried to do, and certainly not in a 3-week turnaround. Actually, I think we're less than 3 weeks, because we started working on it on Saturday, right after our Friday stream. So, maybe it is about 3 weeks exactly.
As someone who was privy to the conception discussions, trust me, I know that this thing grew like immediately after the initial discussion, and so many people have already offered to help to run games, to either work on the back end, irregardless, design the logos. There's been so many great companies and individual content creators willing to help out. It's a glorious thing.
Speaking of that beautiful logo, you guys are using it in the stream here. I love this thing. This thing, they sent me a couple of like black and white concepts of the text, and one of my close friends who is on our stream frequently, Scott, sometimes known as McFez to my Salon Bedlam friends, he was suggesting that we use the D12, because the D12 is the loneliest die. It is always in isolation. And so they had sent me a couple of really cool designs that used in the later portion of that, where the D12 sits, for the O. They had put like a coronavirus thing, and I was like, can you guys, it's like, I like the virus, I do, but can we make it a D12? And they're doing this out of the charity of their hearts. They donated these to us. So I didn't expect to hear anything back from them right away, but it was a while before I heard anything back. And I was thinking, well, if we end up getting something with the virus, that'll be fine. Then they just sent me this image, and I was in love immediately. I was like, this is it, sold, done.
We are no strangers to irregardless. Rob Shar, she's one of our golden ones on our server, and they designed our logos. So I know when they volunteered to do the logos, I knew it was going to be top.
Yeah. Well, this is my second logo from them.
Yeah.
My first one, I've premiered a couple of places here and there. We are working on a actual play for Numenera, and we got a really sweet logo from them for that. Unfortunately, the coronavirus has really kind of killed that project in its tracks for the moment, because I can't get my team together to record, because we want to record live. because there's something magical about being at the same table with everybody.
Most
So
I think we failed to state what are the days of IsolaCon, or did
you know what? I got all excited and I forgot to mention it. April 18th and 19th. Now I know there's some other cons and other charity events going on. And I just want to say that these dates were picked because A, we needed a fast turnaround to get everything done. B, unfortunately, this is what my work schedule allowed me to do. And C, I honestly didn't know about a couple of the other things, but I still would have been backed up against A and B. So, okay. Just as an FYI, we have a tornado warning here, so my family is moving into the next room. I'm already in the basement, so I am as safe as I can be.
Well, hopefully you guys stay safe during that. It's not something actually. Woo, that's kind of intense. Yeah. But I did have a quick question. It was something from far back that you had mentioned about the donation or proof of donation to participate in certain events. Will there be like a minimum donation amount, or just any donation? Like as long as you donated, you'll be able to participate. That is still up in the air because we're still working out the details on a couple of those events. One is a pay to play brutal grind run by the Four Horsemen. It'll be in Pathfinder 2, if I'm not mistaken. And the entire purpose of it is Steve Helt, who's Famine of the Four Horsemen, is basically going to write an adventure where you come in for a little bit and you're going to get killed. That's the whole plan, is that somewhere along the line you're going to pass on and the next person will come into the grind and try to get a little farther in the story, and then the next person, then the next person. And we haven't worked out all of the mechanical details of even making this thing work. To be entirely honest with you, we've got a lot of ideas as to how this is going to work, but we have some technological hurdles to overcome that need to be fixed. So if we can get all those hurdles out of the way and we can make sure that it's going to run as smoothly as possible, and we can make it as easy to enter as possible, we may make it a higher pay to play. We're also talking about maybe making it so that your character gets more potent if you pay more. You get extra hit points, or you can get a higher level pre-gen, because they're all going to be pre-gens.
Will there be a list of events up soon, and where would that be? If there is, where would someone find that? On the Facebook page?
It will be available on the Facebook page. I am actually off work tomorrow, and so that is high on my tomorrow priorities list to get that up. We've been taking events. We had to actually start a new email because I was getting too many emails to my personal email. It was too hard for me to organize and keep track of. I had a volunteer step up who would help me go through the emails. And so our friend Clay graciously agreed to help me field all the emails, and he is my assistant coordinator for events, and he has been compiling them into a spreadsheet that we're going to go through tomorrow and make some sense out of and put it up in a place where we can make it public. I would say look for some of our big events to be posted on the Facebook page as individual events, and then we will have a page that is dedicated to like the summary of the whole con.
I know a shameless plug. The Cypher Unlimited event is on Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern with our very own. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't be shameless. It's awesome. You've got a good team.
Our very own Alpha Dean is running his new Umbral Earth supplement, and we have 2 additional players and special guests. So I'm excited to see that. We should have a lot of fun.
You can announce them if they're locked in.
I don't want to without talking to Dean first.
Fair. Fair.
But
Fair.
definitely have some fun players lined up for that game if they fall through, or if they actually come through for it.
So if we're gonna do some shameless plugging, Sunday the 19th at 4 p.m. we will be running on our channel Skein of the Blackbone Bride, which is an adventure by Shauna Germain for Numenera.
Ooh.
And it is one of my favorites. I've run it a number of times at conventions, so it's one I am well versed in. And then my table consists of my wife, Monica Marlowe, who is RPG Superstar 2015. And it only gets better from there. We have Ryan Costello, who's the longtime host of No Direction. And he's a board game designer in his own right. We have Clinton Boomer, who is a fan favorite Pathfinder designer who is known for his sort of wahoo wild design. And he got that reputation very early, back when he was competing in RPG Superstar. So we'll have Clinton Boomer, Monica, Ryan, and then we will have Owen K.C. Stephens, who was the lead designer for a while for Starfinder. And he has been in the gaming industry for a very long time. The number of books on my shelf that have his name on them is ridiculous. If you played Star Wars D20, chances are you have books with his name on it. If you played D20 Modern, chances are you have books with his name on it. He has been in this for a very long time, and he is fantastic. And he had a character that, because at Paizo, when he worked at Paizo, they had an in-house game on Twitch that people, I think, were really, really upset when he moved to Indiana and his character had to die on the show because he was moving away.
Oh no.
And he was, he had this fan favorite goblin character that people were devastated by. So, I mean, absolutely, he is a fantastic role player. And he's also a close personal friend of ours. So, I mean, he was the publisher who gave me my first break. So this is fun for me on a lot of levels. Then we're going to have any award-winning YouTube host, Seth Skorkowski. He'll be playing, and if you've ever watched his YouTube channel, he's a cast of characters in and of himself.
Yeah, literally.
And when he does a video, he does breakaways where you see it filmed in black and white. You see a game table of people, and they're all played by him. And there are times I almost forget that it's one guy.
That's amazing.
You're like, because this is Dweebles, and this is and Jack the NPC, and he does an amazing job. So I'm really looking forward to getting him at a table. I've never had the opportunity to meet him in person. We have done some chatting now over emails and IMs, but I'm admittedly going to fanboy a little. We're also probably going to be fanboying a little bit because we also have game designer, cosplay extraordinaire, Elisa Teague coming on. She used to work with Lone Shark Games, and she's got a bunch of games that she's designed, and she does like cosplay and all sorts of things. She's been an editor. So we're super excited to have her on. She's had the opportunity to play in some of those like big name celebrity games. So she's played with like Satine Phoenix and other big names at some of these like bigger games. So the fact that I'm getting her at my table is like
exciting stuff.
Yeah.
That sounds like a totally excellent cast. I can't wait to see that. And the date again is Sunday, 4 p.m.
Sunday, 4 p.m. Sunday, April 19th, 4 p.m.
Awesome, awesome. And now that we're talking about your game, our game, who else is helping with this IsolaCon? Like, what other shows can we look forward to, just so we can get their names out there as well?
So, the three that really launched with this were obviously your channel, my channel, and then a very small art channel that we would love to see grow, because it's our friend Scott. He has a channel called Scott's POV, and he does really cool fantasy art frequently on his show. That was my power. If you lose me, it's because the power went out.
Oh boy, tornado warning was real.
So we've got him on, and he's really good. He does a lot of, like I said, he does some artwork, and he does those on his channel. He does it, on his iPad, and it streams. It's really kind of cool. Sometimes he does Lego builds.
Oh, Scott is awesome.
Yeah, and he's a lot of fun to have around. Yeah. He is one of the highlights of our Friday night show. So I would love to see his channel reach the point where he can be an affiliate on Twitch.
Oh, we can definitely help with that, hopefully.
That's the hurdle he's trying to get over, is all the little obstacles that they put in your way so that you can be affiliate.
What is it? What is it? I forget if it's like a certain amount, 50 followers or something, and then it's like a certain hours are streamed, and then a certain live views at the same time.
Yeah, he's looking for followers. If you want to follow, it's Scott's POV.
Twitch.tv/Scott's POV.
Yep.
I'm gonna just post it in the chat just so.
I already follow Scott, so
yeah.
You said Twitch.tv Scott POV.
Yep.
That should be able to drop him a follow right now, actually.
Awesome. So those were our three that we kind of started with. And then we quickly added No Direction, which I blog for. So that was an easy add. And the Four Horsemen. And since I am Pestilence, that seemed an obvious matchup. Obviously, we've got Seth Skorkowski's channel involved, since he'll be on our show. I've had a number of other people volunteer some things. I don't want to announce them because we haven't locked them in yet, but tomorrow some of those will be announced, and we'll be able to kind of go from there. But the big ones, those are the big five that have been in it since the get-go.
Nice. Like it's a very exciting group of people you've gotten together for this. Hopefully, we do our part and make things exciting as well. But it sounds like everyone else you got is bringing something very exciting to the table.
I think we've got a very exciting game. I'm very excited to see what you guys bring out. I have an event on Saturday that I haven't nailed down yet. And then we're going to do like a little bit of a kickoff thing on Friday night before the actual con starts. So we'll do like a pre-show this Friday on our stream. We're gonna brainstorm what it is that we'll actually play on Friday, and then it will be Monica, my son, myself, and Scott, and we'll actually play whatever crazy thing we brainstorm this Friday.
Fun.
Oh, nice. If there's an extra slot open, we could do a Marlowe House Cypher Unlimited.
You know what? Game. You want in? I've got an extra slot if you want in. We're already Skyping everybody in. All I got to do is squeeze them onto the screen.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we could definitely talk about that after this.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Also, so it's gonna run for two continuous days. How would it be viewed? Could someone view it from? Would they have to jump from channel to channel, or would they be able to stick on one channel and watch all the content there?
So we have established an IsolaCon channel, and that channel, the idea on that channel is that we will have it stream most of the content via hosting. Unfortunately, there is stuff that will be going on at the same time. So going to one single place isn't going to be your best bet. But we are going to try to have most of it hosted through the IsolaCon Twitch channel, and then you can go from that to the next one. And on those occasions where we have major events lined up back to back, we will probably try to arrange it so that each channel can raid the next channel and dump that entire audience on the next channel.
Makes sense.
So that you don't have to actually change channels. We will change it for you if we can figure out how to make that functionality work, because I've never done it.
It's actually
on Twitch.
It's pretty easy actually. As long as once your Twitch show ends or whatever have you, you just type in /raid and then the show you want to raid, and it takes like 10 seconds or something. It warns all the viewers like, hey, we're about to raid so and so. After the set time, it moves everybody over to the new channel, and it's pretty seamless. That's
awesome.
The person you're raiding gets a notification, hey, you're being raided by so and so with X amount of people, and yeah, it's pretty seamless process.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that it's that easy. I was gonna have to go look it up and be like, No, so yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely an awesome way to get viewers to from channel to channel via rating. I didn't even think of it. That's awesome.
So that's been on my bucket list for a while. I've loved the functionality, but none of our family of shows, you, Scott, myself, we have all considerately taken nights that each other don't sit on. Yeah. And so rating to a future day doesn't make sense and isn't really feasible. Yeah, so it hasn't been something that I've actually had the opportunity to do, but I like the theory behind it. I think it's a great way to build community. And it's kind of a lot of fun.
It definitely is.
With like most conventions, aside from actual plays and meat grinders, will there be any panels?
There are a couple panels in progress. We've got a Pathfinder heavy GM panel, but I think the information will be usable regardless of what system you use. It's going to be a pretty, I think, system agnostic panel, but it'll also depend on what questions get asked, things like that. But the people involved in it are predominantly Pathfinder GMs and designers. So it is going to be a little Pathfinder heavy on that one. I have another group that has talked about doing a panel. I've had somebody ask if they could do tarot readings.
That's fun.
So we may see something like that. Somebody was asking if we thought they could do a board game. I'm not certain how they're going to do it. But we told them that if they could figure out a way to do it, we would definitely make room for that. So we've had a lot of different offers, a lot of different things. I know somebody is talking about running there are a couple of people talking about running Tables of Fate, but those won't be televised. Those would probably be on Roll20. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to be in a lot of different venues, which is sort of unfortunate, but we're going to try to tie all these different venues together, sort of like you would tie different halls together in a convention center, by just kind of decorating the whole thing under that one artistic banner that Regardless so graciously gave us. Yeah. And they gave us that, a couple of different avatar icons, and they gave us just the name logo, so that if you guys need to use that on your stream without putting up the whole background, you guys can do that, and I'll get those out to all of the stream teams, because I have a packet of things for you guys.
Nice.
I do want to talk about one other thing, because I think this is super important. Earlier this week, we posted a code of conduct, and we really expect, and I want to make this clear, that we're here to have fun, and consent is an important aspect of having fun, and doing things the right way is important. And so we have a code of conduct. I never thought I would have to sign off on a code of conduct for a convention. I never thought that would be something I'd have to do. Monica never expected to have to write one. but we do have one, and we will be doing our utmost to enforce it. And we really hope that we don't have to. I want to bring it up so that everybody can go look at it. It's on the Facebook page. I believe it is pinned towards the top, because it is an absolutely important thing, particularly in light of other recent events we've seen and people not doing what they're supposed to do.
I'm not going to touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
I wasn't really going to either. That's as close as I plan to get to it. That is my 10-foot pole.
Yeah, most definitely want to avoid any sort of situation like that.
So I want to I just want to put that out there right away and make sure everybody is aware of the fact that we do have one.
And you said that they could go to the Facebook page. It's currently up now, right?
It is up now. It was one of the first like official posts we had up about the convention. I think that is actually more important than the events.
Most definitely.
I mean, the events are all fun and games and everybody can have a good time, but I want to make sure nobody loses an eye.
Yeah, especially
figuratively speaking.
Well, without that safety net, it definitely there's room for misunderstandings to occur, and definitely want to throw all the chance of that happening out the window, and
as best we can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's definitely an awesome thing to have that code of conduct up there for everyone.
I think it's amazing what you guys have accomplished in such a short period of time. You basically put this whole thing together in a week and a half, and it's an admirable job. Andrew, I truly appreciate and grateful for everything you did for this con, or are doing currently for this con. It's such a wonderful cause, and it's it's so great to give back even any little way anyone can. And I love and admire the fact that you guys, there's 0 paywalls. So even if you want to enjoy all these great actual plays and these seminars, you still can. And, it's understandable that everyone doesn't have money to donate. So you made it open to everyone. That's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah. And there are a couple of events that are going to be pay, like the Grinder is going to be pay. I think we have a Pathfinder event run by a sort of celebrity and with some like celebrity players that'll have some seats. If I'm not mistaken, that's how they're running that one. And
it's
that will be
a play, but not pay to view, correct?
Right, because that'll be a pay to play, but it will be posted up on one of the streams and everybody can tune in and watch it. So it will be the whole idea behind the stream portion of it, and we're going to extend it out to all the tables for the most part, is we are going for that 1980s telethon model. Come, you watch some entertainment, you had a TV, you could tune in, and every so often they would break in and say, hey, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We want to draw your attention to our great charity support. This is what we're doing. Now, we're not going to be able to, because we're not the charity and we're not tied, and we're not taking, since we're not actually taking donations, we're not going to be able to tell you how far we are. We're not going to be able to do that live. We will be able to probably give vague numbers at the end of the whole thing and say, yes, this was a great big success. This was, blah, blah, blah. But I can't even promise that we'll have official numbers beyond, yes, we did it. This was great. So there, we'll see what we're allowed to have informationally to talk about it after the fact. But we're just hoping to get a little bit, because RCRF is already in the process of planning how they're going to give out one wave of money to those impacted by this pandemic. And they want to be able to do another wave. And we want to be able to make that second wave possible, or that third wave, or whatever it takes.
Whatever anyone could give, just like Andrew just said, it'd be greatly appreciated, man. We really, really appreciate everyone that watches this video or attends the con to give whatever little bit you can. Every little bit helps. Yeah,
and if you have questions about the charity, they are listed. I think, did you guys post the link for the charity?
I did not. Where's that link at?
Or I can tell you what it is. It is www.rcrfcharity.org. I've had to type it a lot.
Cool. And here it is. I'll get in the Twitch chat right now. There you guys go. And on top of that, when we post this on YouTube, it'll also be in the description down below.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And if they have donation, I think, right on their website, which I would encourage. But if you're going through DriveThru and you're already checking out in DriveThru and you're listening to this and you're shopping while you're listening to this, there's an RCRF donation page right there on DriveThru. You can check out with that too.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome that they're helping with that option at checkout. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not at checkout. They have their own product page. It's a pay what you want donation page.
Cool.
You just look up RCRF on DriveThru and they're in there.
Awesome. That's good to know. But Anthony,
I was going to say, throw those dates out again. The more times we say it, the more
right. The more times we say it, the more times people are likely to find out about it. So it is April 18th, 19th, Saturday and Sunday. And the times and event specifics will be posted up on our page in the next day or two at the latest. And if plan is to have it up tomorrow.
If it comes out by tomorrow, when I post this video on YouTube, I'll provide that link as well.
Yep.
So yeah, this definitely seems like it's shaping up to be a wonderful thing for the charity and for helping people who are stuck at home, gamers who can't really make it out to things. They'll give them a little glimpse of games, the chance to hop into games. It's definitely an awesome thing we're doing, especially with everything going on in the world right now.
Yep. Because the world is a scary place these days.
It's very.
You ain't kidding. So sometimes you want to stay behind the GM screen, and not go outside.
The GM screen all day, just. But yeah, this has been a good talk. Or Anthony, do you have something else?
Yeah. Besides for running this great convention, you also do stream on Twitch as well and have a YouTube channel, Marlowe House. Do you want to promote that for us real quick?
Yeah, give me 1/2 second. Sorry.
I do have the Marlowe House link right here for y'all for Twitch. And
what?
YouTube.
Okay. I apparently need to sign off.
All right.
Thank you so much, Andrew.
But yeah, if you can just pop those links in the chat for me, you guys know where I am.
Yeah.
And
Yep. Most definitely.
Sorry, emergencies.
No biggie, man.
Kansas. Us, actually.
It's been a blast, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, Andrew, for being here. And yeah, look out for IsolaCon in the future. We'll have links down below. Be sure to follow, like, share, subscribe. We do the same thing for Marlowe House pages and the links provided. And we will see you all. From us at the CU, we will see you at IsolaCon. Take it easy.
Bye.
See ya.
All right.